have your weekend been?
Weekend was great. Well, there was a little bit of a snag today, but yeah, this weekend was a good weekend. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I was with my best friend.
Mm.
Did some work and spent some time together. Ate good food.
Mm. Okay,
You
well, it's
know,
all right. You had a very good weekend. My weekend was.
yeah. Tried to enjoy the weather. Like it's not totally freezing and there's no snow.
Yeah, we got sleet and some snow, but mostly sleet up
Where are
here.
you at? You're
I'm in
in
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay, well, I'm in Virginia. Well,
Yeah,
that's where
yeah.
I'm from. So going home tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going home to,
Oh, I'm
but it's
pretty
gonna be
sure.
cold.
Yeah, Virginia is way colder than North Carolina because I got family that stay in Culpeper. So I can
Okay.
imagine they got a little bit of snow. You know what I'm saying? But no, so that explains that booty. You a Virginia girl.
So the booty's from Virginia, I guess. Yeah, that's where I was born and raised, Virginia
Oh
Beach.
oh my God. Yeah, that explains everything.
That explains everything.
Virginia Beach girls be thick, boy. I'm just saying. So
Okay.
so I've been doing my research, checking you out and stuff, and seeing what type of content that you know. So does y'all know how I do? And I noticed that your thing is feet. Whether it's even if it's a boy girl fuck scene or whether it's fetish or kink video, you make it a point to emphasize your feet.
Yes.
Is so it's right to me. What is it about the foot fetish that you love so much, and why did you choose that fetish to be your signature?
Well, I kind of started being
Mhm,
a foot model. That's how this all started in this life, this
mhm,
different lifestyle. Um, I, was very vanilla, I guess you want to say.
mhm,
That's the word people use. Very vanilla before. And I always thought I had pretty feet,
mhm,
but I thought, well, it's COVID. Why not make some extra money? So let me start taking, let's get some money selling pictures of my feet. So me getting into the in the foot community, that's what started because I'm known for my feet.
mhm,
So as I, you know, evolved into the community, I started noticing other fetishes I liked. So I started doing those too. But because the foot, in the foot community was my first
mhm,
fetish that I started with, that's my main thing.
mhm,
So I do love, I love tickling. I love ball busting. I love, you know, I love being a dom. So,
mhm,
telling boy face sitting,
mhm,
trampoline, stuff like that. I enjoyed it. But then it just, after a few years, it started evolving. And I'm like, I'm a very sexual person.
mhm,
And, it always was in the back of my mind. Could I be a porn star? Could I do porn? And I was very interested for a while. So then I started doing my homework a little bit of like, well, if I started doing it, how would I want to do it? And how would I start? Because I started meeting porn stars and they
mhm,
become my friends. I'm going to exoticas. I started going to exoticas, meeting people. And I felt like, you know what? When the time was right, it was right. I met the right people at the right time because I
mhm.
did meet some people at one point in time thinking I was going to do it. And then I was like, because of that person and how they worked and who they were, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it now. Wrong time,
Yeah.
wrong person, all of the above. So I waited until the right moment and I felt comfortable enough with the right person to be my first scene.
Mhm.
And then I just lucked out because I did my networking. I just knew some porn stars, some high,
Yeah, I
they're
saw that.
yeah, like I don't mess with nobody that's
Yeah,
not.
they were funny because I was like, okay, so she's a fetish model.
Yes.
Until I went and checked out the other pages, I said, oh no, she takes dick.
Yeah.
And it sucks to me when it
BBCs
that.
preferably.
I was like, oh, so she do the full gambit. And then
Yes.
what really got me was you were getting missionary. She had her legs crossed. She was sucking on her toes. I said, oh, that kind of hot.
And it's even, yeah, when I can meet a guy that's willing to incorporate the fetish in
Mhm,
with with a boy girl scene, that's gold to me. That's what
mhm,
I want. Because I have been approached by many people to work with me, but I'm if they're not willing to give me what I need for my content, people say they want to collab.
mhm,
Well, are you willing to get a foot job? Are you willing to, do face sitting? Like
mhm,
I want to know if maybe they have a fetish, they're,
mhm,
explore that. And some people are not, they just want a straight boy girl scene and whatever. It's not going to help me.
mhm. So,
So that's a no.
so with that being said, smokers, it's time to smoke this over. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know who I am. I'm Captain Officer Champ, aka the porn rap star, two times AVN nominated podcaster with the AVNs.
I love it.
Hopefully, by the time you hear this, it's a win. My
Yeah.
name is Kevin Officer Champ. Y'all know what it is. Find all my links with one link on mylinks.com/porn rap star. For a sponsor to tell you about. First one being eroticismmagazine.com. Go get a subscription. Next up, go subscribe to blusherotica.com. We're talking about virtual reality and some of the sexiest and hottest sensual porn in the game. Also, for you people that love candles, the Kinky Candle Company, link is in the description. And if you need legal help, I got you covered. She's sexy, she's beautiful, and smart. She's the queen of law, Mitchell Ferrari. Links in the description. Also, you can find me 5 days out the week in the mornings at fullswapradio.com. Also, skyhawkafterdarktv.com, as well as sgpradio.com. Now, this lady is sexy. She's gorgeous. She's a foot model that knows how to work her way around a dick with no problem. And she's sexier than a motherfucker. Someone sit back and let this wonderful experience introduce herself. Tell me who you are, baby.
I am Heavenly Experience. You can call me Heavenly,
Hmm. And she look
but
heavily, don't she?
I definitely give a Heavenly Experience. So
Well, I see you definitely give heavily foot jobs and blow jobs, most definitely, and tit jobs too.
yeah, I use what I got.
Oh my goodness. So with how I gotta put this? Okay, we're gonna begin with the foot fetish and everything. A lot of girls jump to the foot fetish to try to get into this business, and I always feel that the girls that are successful with it know how to do it the right way. So, in your opinion, because you seem like a lady that's successful with it, what is the right way of doing foot fetish?
I don't think I'm necessarily the one to ask, but I mean, I think it's just consistency, which I am not good at. But consistency and just putting yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's the only way you're gonna get seen. It's the only way you're gonna, people are gonna know what you do and what you offer. And um, I've seen girls get just they don't see people in person, they don't do content, but they just do like say an OnlyFans or just
Mm-hmm.
um, girls have been successful with that. It just depends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more versatile and with what I do,
Mm-hmm.
not just foot fetish. So if you're just doing just foot fetish to be successful, you just have to, again, just consistency. I think that's with anything, but stick with just the foot stuff. Don't do anything else and
Mm-hmm.
don't mix it, because that's what I ended up doing. I ended up mixing different fetishes, and then they're like, well, wait, I don't know what's going on. What are you doing? So I did it
Well, to
probably
me,
the
I think
wrong way.
to me, I think this is how I look at it, right? Any of these kinks has a shelf life.
What do you mean
So
a shelf life?
what I mean by a shelf life is this: that it's not even on the money tip, because shelf life as in the fans after a while is going to want to see you drift somewhere else, because it happened to a lot of girls. And I always said this: the girls that do the extreme fetishes and the kinks, they have a better chance of going a long term without worrying about doing boy girl.
Yeah,
Period.
most
You
certainly.
know,
Most
but
certainly.
at the same token, like I said, I gotta put this. At some point, you have to implement a dick into your foot fetish because whether it was a dildo, and at some point they're gonna want to meet a real dude, because you can't beat human interaction.
I agree with that to a point. I think that I'm done with that. To be honest, I'm over it. Um, for now,
Mm-hmm.
unless things change in the future, I'm weaning off of actually meeting people in person, unless you're an actual established producer and creator. To work with and collab with, or in that
Mm-hmm.
sense, and do shoots and stuff, because I I don't know if it's the economy, what I've seen a shift in just not as much work, and just there's time wasters. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are complaining about my rate, which is crazy because my friends' rates are a lot higher than mine. I try to be understanding,
Mm-hmm.
and accommodating, but I can't, for to a certain point, so I think I'm up to here with
how how long
all the
have you been?
bullshit.
How long you been in the business?
Well, it'll be 4 years. I'm going
Okay,
on my fifth year.
okay. And like I said, one, you're transitioning
I am
because
transitioning.
the thing about it is, and I tell females, ladies that do it all have the most chance to make the most money. I don't care what anybody say.
I would like to
You,
think so.
you know what I'm saying? And also, each genre, each kink has its own type fan base.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're doing is what I've been telling girls to do all the time. You expand your content repertoire, your palette. Period. You ain't got to do a shitload of boy girls to get the point across. You know.
No, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I mean, and honestly, I could just do solo stuff and probably be successful with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know, a lot of really good people in my circle
Mm-hmm.
in the industry. So why not work with them?
Yeah.
And then, those people know other people, people. It's like, you know what? I think I could make this work, and get some good content in the meantime. And that's where I'm trying to move into more of just being a content creator and being online and just doing, like I said, just doing the porn stuff. And, I'll
Mm-hmm.
still I will always do fetish. Fetish is
Yeah.
always going to be my number one.
But
That's
see,
always
to
going to be
me,
my number one.
what I like is that you never step away from your signature, with the feet, because
Yeah, I will
even within the
never.
scenes, yeah,
That's why it's always foot focused, because
yeah.
I also have a foot fetish. And my foot fetish, like, I fully enjoy and love my feet being worshipped.
Ooh.
That's why I want my feet in your mouth when you're fucking me. Like,
Mm.
that's the ultimate orgasm there. So
I'm all for that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mind sucking on the toe
yes,
while hitting the
but
missionary.
put my feet in your mouth while you fucking me, and it's right there, right there. So I am always going to want to incorporate my feet in some
Mm-hmm.
way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. So, but see, to me, I think that is good because even though yes, you're doing a fuck video, it's still foot centered. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's no different than if a girl does the stepmom and stepson in majority of things. Every female, whether they like it or not, they got a signature of what they're known for and what they do. Period. Because even when I notice with your pictures, you make it a point to emphasize your feet in some way, shape, or form. And thank you for wearing heels and not being barefoot all the goddamn time. Thank you for that.
Oh, well, wait, hold on a minute. What do you mean?
No, because girls forget heels is a part of the foot fetish
I don't wear
too.
heels. That's a seldom. That is a rare sighting to see me in heels.
I saw a picture with you in heels. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a photo shoot.
Oh, I expect the photo
If
shoot. You know
that's
what I'm
something
saying?
I'm known for, is
Uh,
I'm in chanclas all the time.
you mean what?
I'm in chanclas, flip flops, sandals, flip flops.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's my.
Because to me, a sexy
I don't want to
sandal,
break my back or my
you,
ankles.
you,
My
you know what I'm
feet are my
saying?
moneymaker.
A sexy sandal is just as good as a sexy heel. Period. And then to also
I'll
tell
wear heels
females,
for a photo shoot, but you probably will
yeah.
never catch me walking in heels.
Oh no, 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 baby. If well, if I wasn't retired, me and her actually filmed together. she won't be on her feet long with them heels.
Yeah, I can't do it.
She
You
won't
know what it is?
be on her
I'm an older lady.
feet,
I've spent the years, my younger years in heels, breaking my back, breaking my ankle, and this isn't my business. My feet are my business, so I can't be risking,
yeah.
and that was me. Yeah, probably inebriated half the time, but I'm a klutz. I be bumping into shit, so I can't risk it with this my money makers. So I just don't wear heels that
But
often.
also let's keep it 100. Your money makers a package because it's not just your feet, but also your beauty. Because I think also what a lot of girls that do that foot fetish forget, the guys want to see a face too.
Yes, but see, it's funny because there's like a debate about that, like in the foot community.
Mm-hmm.
Does the face really matter? Because there's a lot of very popular models out there
Mm-hmm.
that maybe not be the best looking in the face, maybe
Mm-hmm.
not the most natural beauty, but their feet are gorgeous. And that's
Mm-hmm.
really what all the foot guys really care about. They don't care about what you look like. But then there's the other ones that are like, well, yeah, having a pretty face and feet is a double flex. Like, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
I understand that, aesthetically. But if you have feet in any shape, way, or form,
Mm-hmm.
you can make money from selling your feet.
Oh no,
Whether
I
you
ain't knocking
ugly,
that.
you could be ugly, fat,
Yeah.
skinny, bald, whatever. Doesn't matter. If you have a foot, you can
Mhm.
make money off of it.
But see, the thing about it is, okay, let's just keep it 100. The girls nowadays don't give a fuck about the money; they want to go viral.
Well,
Let's keep
yeah,
it
I mean,
100.
people want to go,
So
yeah.
so it's kind of like the girls. A lot of the girls that don't show their face with the feet, it ain't because they make more money with the feet. It's because they don't want to show their face because they don't want their identity seen.
Right. That's a different story.
See,
That's
yeah,
different. That's totally different. Because
yeah,
there's definitely girls out there that are
yeah.
hiding their
So I don't
identity.
knock them for that,
Yeah,
but at
no.
the same token, don't complain if you don't go viral because what makes the viral is the face also. You know what I'm saying? So which I don't think girls
I
might do
definitely know
complain,
some
but I'm just
pretty
saying that
I definitely know some pretty successful foot models that have never shown their face.
yeah, because they care more about the money.
There's probably
Hey,
true.
look,
Maybe you're
and I
right.
bet you, hold on, and I bet you that they're not 20.
They're not.
Thank you. See, don't I know the business? Don't I know the business? Once again, an older woman, younger woman, she want the face and the feet seen. Come on.
I mean, I had thought about it too in the beginning, like
Mm-hmm.
if I wanted to, cover my face and wear cute little masks and stuff to hide my
Mm-hmm.
identity. But then I was like, what for? Like I just, what am I trying to hide from?
You see,
I try to live my life a little bit more open. It's just my
mm-hmm.
way I want to live my life. I don't want to feel like I'm hiding from anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I live a
I'm
double
glad you
life.
decided to show your face because
Yeah.
if you notice, that's why she did a lot of the boy girl content. Look at her. I know it
They
didn't
say
even
it's
say
my
funny.
eyes. It's in the eyes.
Girl, it's a whole package. What you talking about? I done did the
Definitely my
research.
feet.
The feet and all that. God was like, oh my gosh, she does boy girl. See, that's why a lot of do no, I kind of like the way you do your Twitter feed. You don't see boy girl shit really. The most you might see is
It's
maybe
it's
a
there and it's there here and
yeah.
there.
It's like yeah. It's
Yeah.
so to me it's kind of like you package yourself as a foot. We would call it a softcore
Well,
porn star.
I don't say I'm a foot model anymore. I'm a fetish model. I'm a
Mm,
fetish porn star.
yeah, yeah, you
That's
package
what I
yourself
am.
because
Yes.
because I see that you promote the fetish a little bit more than the porn.
Of course. It'll always be that way.
Mm,
Always be until the porn can start paying me more, until I see the money coming in
mm,
differently,
mm.
then maybe that
But,
path will go
but
differently.
but you're doing the old school technique though, babe. Y'all know what it is. Smokers know what it is. What did escorts do back when I came into business? We did porn to get more bookings, to make more
Yeah.
money
Yeah.
when it came to seeing the guys.
Well, and okay, and to
So
Speaking
So
on
with
that,
you,
I haven't really escorted.
but see, it's not even about the escort with you. What I mean is this: it's introducing you to a different palette of fan base that might not know who you are, but be
Right.
into what you do. That's what the boy girl supposed to play for fetish models. That's
Yeah.
why they don't need to do many. They just need to do one, two, maybe three a year at best, just for you motherfucker that jerk off and want to watch her suck and fuck. And you see this sexy ass woman and she's sucking the fuck out of it, and then you see her do a foot job. Then you see the dude put the toe in the mouth when he hitting the missionary. And then she got the toes on the nipples, playing with the nipples. Yeah, this is stuff that I liked when I was, filming. I didn't
Yeah,
mind a
yeah,
girl
yeah.
playing with her.
Tickle the nipple.
Yeah, cause I know you done did that. Tickle the nipple doing missionary. That is a hot fucking photo. I don't
Yeah.
care what nobody say. Over the top too.
You should see the video. Never mind the
I'm
photo.
saying, right? So, but that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like it's no different than if a dominatrix does a fuck video.
Yeah.
It's just more of an advertisement. That's how I look at it when it comes to you, because it's kind of like the same reaction I had. Oh, she do fuck.
Yeah,
Let
I
me check
do.
it out.
I'm just picky with who I fuck with. That's all.
But you're supposed to be.
I mean, I just haven't. I mean, until someone decides to, I guess, sign me and
Mhm.
pay me to fuck whoever they want me to fuck, if that's something I want to do and that opportunity presents itself, then maybe. But as of right now, it's up to me. And I luckily had my very first um, porn shoot with Private Society this past year.
That
And
name
that
just keep
was,
coming up. But go ahead.
yeah, what's that?
Private society just keep coming up, don't it, people? Don't it, smoke?
Dude, they're great. Well, I
Huh?
don't even know if they dropped my scenes yet, but
You, you,
I
you,
that
you,
was a
you, you, you,
very
you know.
positive. That was such a great experience for me.
Trust me, you know. You're gonna have a lot of established male talents hitting your ass up.
Oh, I kind of have already, but
I
yes, I
know, but
do.
it's going double.
I don't think it's dropped yet, though. I don't think it has. But I have two. I worked with two people who I didn't know at
Mhm,
all, and just met them like right when I'm about to go fuck them
mhm,
on set, just like a regular porn shoot. So it was all. I was nervous. It was my
mhm,
very first one. I was nervous. I didn't know what. And
mhm,
they were just great. They made me feel so welcome and comfortable.
mhm,
And I got to meet two great male talents.
mhm.
But that's not always the case from what I hear.
Oh no, because when it comes to paid shoots versus content trade, y'all know we keep it real on the Smokers Lounge. You may not want to fuck that dude for that paid gig, but when it comes to content trade, you have a choice who you want to fuck. And yeah,
Right.
y'all do base if you want to fuck them or not on the content
Exactly.
trade. You just keep it 100.
Exactly.
So it's a good possibility she says no to you because she don't want to fuck you, dog. It's nothing personal.
Well, it's not even just that too. It's all what also is very important to me because I don't really look at looks either. I'm
Mhm.
not big on necessarily looks. I'm all about approach and how you approach me to
Ooh.
work with me.
Mm.
When you in my inbox and you saying, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
or "Hey, I want to fuck, let's collab,"
Mm.
or you're saying, anything of the sort, instead of approaching me as one, a human being, as two, a woman that is a goddess. Let me just add that. You have to use the English language the way it was designed to be used, and complete sentences, and treat me with respect. And then you get my attention.
Other words for you people that didn't understand exactly what she said. Step to her as a businesswoman.
It's a business. It is a business. This, hoeing is a business. All of it. It's a business.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna drop his name just because I be saying it all the time. But my favorite porn star,
Mm.
and how he approached me is how I feel like everybody should be approached.
Mm.
Um, it was just so professional. All the links, because that's what I look for. Are you established? Where are your clip stores? how long have you been doing, like I want to
Mhm.
see your stats. I want to go and look at your stuff.
Mhm.
If I'm looking at your media and it's mostly memes,
Mhm.
what the fuck are you doing? I don't want to work with you if you just posted memes. Where's your work? Or you just have an OnlyFans? You're gonna have to smoosh me real good in order to get me to work with you. Like I don't like the
But
and I
see, but
don't really.
see, but see. Also, I tell ladies you supposed to be that way because this I am with me. When it comes to dudes in front of that camera ain't the same as you getting fresh. How can I put this? Getting fresh meat, dude wise, not the same as getting fresh meat as a woman. Woman, the most you got to worry about if she don't make enough noise. Dude, can he get it up? Can he keep it up?
Yeah.
Can he
Like I
even
need
bust a nut?
references. I need yeah, because there's a lot of things that go into male talent. Yeah. Can you how long can you how many times can you come in a day? Within an hour or 2 hours? These are things I be
Mhm.
asking these guys, these are important
Yeah, because
questions.
your scenes had the potential of two pops make sense because she can do a pop shot with the feet, pop
Hmm.
shot facial.
Yeah,
Because I've done that before
sure.
where the girl popped me feet and we continued the scene and then I popped on the tits.
Yeah,
And I kept both pops in because it were two different pops. It had to make sense for it though.
I agree. And there's very few people who can do that. There's very few male talents that can do that.
See?
And I'm glad that, I've got a content creator.
Mm.
Well, I shouldn't say that. He's not a content creator. He is, but he's a porn star. I have a porn star. Uh, you know, we're, what do you call it? Content buddies, whatever.
Up the blueprint, but go ahead.
Whatever you want to call it. He's my special guy back home. And I'm glad I at least have him to work with, but I don't live near anybody else
Mm-hmm.
and I don't feel comfortable with anybody else. So I think the comfortability for me, that way I can do more scenes, I can get more, things out, then it'll probably be with him than anybody else, because I feel more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not necessarily a foot guy, but he'll do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's
Oh no, I ain't gonna front because if you're a valuable porn star producer, foot scene is money.
hmm
I've done seen where, and this is funny as fuck because I ain't think it was gonna sell. Where the girl gave no head. She told me she wasn't gonna suck dick that day.
oh,
She told me that. So I had to get hard without her sucking my dick or jerking it. We did a full fuck scene where the end of it, I was like, well, okay, I know what we can do. You're gonna jerk me off with your feet. I'm gonna come on your toes. One of my top
there you
selling scenes
go.
to this day. So with that being said, because you ain't gonna escape back the fact that you get turned on about your feet. So now,
Oh, I do. Yeah, I do. I do.
how turned on do you be when you do a foot job, and how do one do the perfect foot job?
A perfect? I don't know what that means. I to me, as long as it's hard,
Yeah.
it stays hard.
Mhm.
And I mean, I prefer a decent sized penis that I can wrap my feet around so that I can do what
Yeah,
I
you
need
be
to do.
using toes and all. I ain't had none of the girls do that shit. Like she was literally like
I mean, my toes aren't
playing
very
with the
long.
tip of the dick with her toe.
I mean, my toes aren't very long, but I can still put them around. I can still grab it.
For what I saw, they were clutching the dick. I was like, damn, wait a second. She
But
stroking
yeah,
with one foot
a
and
nice
playing with
sized
the.
dick is always good to, in
You
general.
multitask with your feet.
Huh?
You multitask with your feet.
I do. I have many different positions that I move in. I can do it from behind. There's different positions. But I don't think there's a perfect foot job. I think it depends on who the person is,
Mhm.
because some people um, like it from behind. Some people like it in between. In between when you're right in front of them. Um, Some people like it fast, some people like it slow.
Mm-hmm.
Depends. Some people like to be edged,
Mm-hmm.
so that gets them off even more. And I do enjoy edging.
So
So,
so when you did your first, tell me about the first time you did a foot job.
the first time
Yeah.
that was with Joey's Feet Girls. Well, okay, my very first foot job on video to full completion, I should say, because I
Okay.
did a foot job before, but it wasn't the right conditions.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped. I didn't finish because this was the very beginning. I was very skittish. I was like, you want me to do what? With what? So it was Joey's Feet Girls in Chicago. That's where I like to say that was where I went down the rabbit hole,
Mm-hmm.
and everything changed after that. Um, because Joey's Feet Girls is who he is, and made me feel very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And we developed a friendship. It
Mm-hmm.
made me feel comfortable. Okay, let me try it out. He gave me the confidence to do it. And, I watched some videos. Of course, you watch other girls, see how, and he kind of guided me along,
Mm-hmm.
showed me, how to position my feet, where to sit, that kind of thing. And it went fucking great. I was like, oh, wow, I guess I could do this. And then the next one, it was like, oh, wow, I guess I am kind of good at this. You just after each one, you just learn more and more how to move your feet. And oh wait, oh man, I can move my foot can go this way, and I can hold it that way. And it can lay there, and multitask. Even I can use my hand and my foot at the same time. You get to learn new tricks from different models.
And she's flexible, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see.
I'm not that flexible, just a little bit, just a little bit.
She was able to put her toe about. Oh my God, that just. I know the premium smokers like, man, get her in the premium smoke room. We will discuss that at the end of this show. This show is over about her coming to the premium smoke
No,
room.
can't do
Anyway,
that. You got to pay for that.
let's see. Let's see. We'll discuss her down to the premium smoking room. We'll discuss it.
But yeah,
But
so at the end of the
but
day,
no, but
I don't believe in a perfect foot job, but like I said, it depends on who you're asking.
so when you do your foot jobs, how turned on do you be?
I do get turned on depending on, I think, the mood of the situation. I get turned on probably a lot. Depends on the dick size, I'm going to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a small one, it's not going to do much for me.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm just going to be honest. Um, it could it be also the rapport that I have with my client, because again, I give an experience, so it also helps me get into the mood to seduce and be that foot seductress, get them in the mood. I do a lot of dirty talking. They love that. So when I start to do the dirty talking, and then I see, because I do like the way a dick feels on my feet. I'm not going to lie. Whether they're hard or they're not, I like to just play. I love to play with balls with my toes.
Ooh, I love that shit.
Yeah. So when I'm, in the action and I'm actually and I see that they're turned on, that turns me on. So I was like, oh, you like that, huh? Yeah. That feels good.
She just turned me off
So
here
that
softly,
makes
ladies and
me
gentlemen.
feel good that I'm doing something, and it's like, oh, okay. So then I get hot and bothered. So there's definitely been a few times I've had to masturbate after some foot job sessions.
I know this for a fact, right? I know when if they didn't see her face, right, and she went to a foot session, I'm pretty sure the dudes are probably so shook that her ass is so fine. And they're like, wait a second. Sooner or later you have to show your face because too many motherfuckers been like, you need to show your face, girl. You fine.
I've always shown my face.
Oh no, but see, also too is that you also I talk about the art of being a sex symbol. And I think that's been lost in this era compared to
I
era
do
past.
agree with that. Yes. I like
But,
less is more is where I came from. Of don't give everything away. Give some kind of But nowadays everybody's just putting it all out there.
But shoot, well, I mean, to be honest with you, how can I put this? The going viral, shock and awe shit is
Hmm.
dying down because even to the point that now the fans actually want to see some sensual sex, some pussy eating, some kissing, you know. And to me, even with especially foot fetish, to me, it is best served when it's sensually done because to me, it's one of
Yeah.
the sexiest fetishes out there. I know that sounds crazy to people, but no, actually, it is because in many ways, it's you're worshiping the feet in many ways, from kissing to sucking the toes. Even when she does the foot jog, she can't do it but so fast.
Some girls are really fast. I don't know
I
how
don't
to
see
do
how
it.
they
I
do it.
get I can get fast in certain positions, but I can't
Yeah.
stay there. But for a few minutes, and then I have to
But
switch.
see that but the fans don't want that fast shit. As much as people think no, they want to see her play with
I
the
take
dick
my
with her
time
feet.
though.
Yeah,
Taking
that's
your
what they want to see.
time and actually worshiping the dick with my feet is what I like to do.
Yeah.
Like, and then you also kind of find the different places on the dick that they're
Mm-hmm.
sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
and not just the tip of the head. So there's, yeah, you discover,
And,
oh, did you like that? Oh, you liked that.
mm,
Okay, let me do that
and
again, a
see,
little bit
now I'm
slower.
asking you a question. Foot job position. What's the position that the fans love to see you in the most?
I mean, I think
I,
the
I have a
standard,
I have a guess, but go ahead.
standard. It's a standard, just me and the between their legs.
Mm.
Yeah, standard.
Because I can see foot jerking off and the titties.
I do that a lot. I
She
have
got
done
big
that.
titties, ladies and gentlemen.
See?
See, preview to premium smoking, ladies and gentlemen. There you go.
See?
But but no, but like I said, it's because to me it's like with you, body wise, there's a lot of fetishes that you can play with outside of just foot, big titty, like you said, face sitting, ass worship, and plus you being a dominatrix. What type of dominatrix are you?
I'm um there was a word someone called themselves one time and I can't remember what it is, but I don't think I'm a mean dom. I'm not a mean dom. I feel like I'm more of a motherly dom.
You a mommy.
Yeah. I will put you in line. I will tell you what to do. You do what I fucking tell you to do,
Mhm.
but I will make sure you're taken care of after. Like I don't, I like to take care of my clients. I don't want to just
Mhm.
like bully them and, berate them all the time. I want to reward them when they're good. So I'm not mean all the time. I can be. The Puerto Rican side will come out. The spiciness is there. But I do want to make sure that, I take care of them and I do have that
Mhm.
motherly instinct in that way, just
Mhm.
or as a human being to make sure that they're okay. Like if I busted their balls,
Mhm.
okay, is this enough? Can you do more? And they'll give me the go ahead. I'll do more. And then when it's all over,
Mhm.
I give them their space, and then I just caress them, let them breathe, whatever it is that they need. I just make sure that there's aftercare. So
Yeah.
I think I'm a sensual, sexy, nice
Yeah,
dom.
because cause I ain't even gonna front. If I shot with you, ain't no way. I can't imagine pounding her, dog. I have to caress all that.
Well, yeah, then
I gotta
I
move
wouldn't be a
slowly.
dom in that situation
No,
because I
talk
am
about
a
the
switch.
see.
I am a
I
switch.
mean,
To
no,
be
but
clear,
see, I don't think you won that. We would do BDSM. No, I think I don't think you are that. I don't think you. I don't think you a switch.
I am a switch. 100%. I love being submissive to the right person.
That's what I mean.
Has to be the
It,
right
it's
person. I'm
it's
not just submissive. I don't offer submissive
mm,
behavior to just anybody.
no. See, you type female. If I feel with you, it's 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 a great struggle. So people can understand that. You feel me? Because we have two alphas. Fuck it, whether it's central or not, they looking to outdo each other in some way, shape, or
Yeah,
fashion.
yeah,
So versus if she's submissive, she gonna let me have my way the way to
right,
have it. You know what I'm saying?
right. And
So,
most of my boy girl scenes are in that sense. Me more submissive. That's
mhm,
they're it's more sensual. They are taking the lead majority,
mhm,
so especially because I'm in, I just started, so I was like,
mhm,
well, I need them to take the lead. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing other than just having sex the way I normally do, so
mhm,
it was them trying to guide me, and not necessarily
mhm,
that doming.
mhm,
I do want to do a dom scene. There's one male talent that is on
mhm.
the top of my list that I will allow to be a true dom to
I,
me.
I I wonder if I already know who it is.
It's King Noir.
Nah, that was the first one on the top of my dome. I'm like, who else? That red nigga, man, shit. I don't
He
blame him. He's a
is
good he.
him
I can see
and his
why the ladies
wife.
like him, ladies and gentlemen.
Both of him and his wife can both dominate me. I That's actually a fantasy. Not only is it a fantasy, but it's top of my
Mhm.
list for work. Like that will be like, a goal. That's the top
It's
of my
it's
goals as far as content goes
mhm.
and
It
collabing.
but see the thing like I tell people is it's an energy thing.
Hmm. Yeah, we
And
almost worked together, so it's not like I don't know him. It
mhm,
almost happened,
mhm,
but then like in this industry, things
mhm.
happen. Can't had there was a cancellation and it didn't work out. So we've been trying to make it work, but he's a busy man.
I'm sure of it.
But one day
He,
it's gonna
he,
happen.
he's a dude that get private bookings also.
Yes,
So yes.
I don't. I see
I
it.
salute you, my brother. I wish I was you. You get paid to
Well,
dominate
he
women?
got the goods.
The man.
He got the goods. So, but
So
yeah, one day it's gonna happen.
mm,
But I definitely, I enjoy in my personal life a more dominant,
mm,
man in that sense. Like I don't always want to be, because I'm always, you know, being a dom and for work. I
mm,
have to be the one in control, the one all the time.
yeah.
And so it's nice to be able to just let go and let them, take control.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, with us Doms, we're looking for those to serve. Because we don't get served in
I
our whole
definitely
life.
need my slaves. I definitely need my pets and my slaves. Don't get it twisted. I still need
I
them in
miss
my
our pay
life.
pig, but I had to let him go. Had to let him go. Well, acting right, Mr. Pay Pig. Sorry, I had to let you go, buddy. You know. But but now I'm gonna ask you this because I can't avoid these questions because I always gotta ask Layz these questions because she does do porn. Um, do we do anal?
I do not.
Okay.
It's a no go. However, however, if I decided to do that, it would only be with one person.
Okay. Well, no, I thought you were gonna come out your mouth and say, "I will peg a dude's ass." I was like, "Nah."
He knows who he is. I've promised my that hole to one person, one person only.
You are a lucky man.
He is. He's very blessed to
Cause
have me in
I
his
know he gonna
life.
lose his mind, see that fat ass with that heart shape and that dick in that ass. Like, oh my god, it can't be real.
Well,
So
he earns it. Thus
mm,
far he's earned it, but I have just not. The moment just hasn't arose
all right.
yet. But that would be with Alphonso Layz. I don't know if you know who he is, but
That's my goddamn brother from another mother.
that's my guy.
Fonzo. Let's make that happen, my boy. Let's make
Yeah,
that
that's
happen,
my
my boy.
guy.
I was just
That's,
talking to him over the Christmas holidays. Goddamn. That's my boy.
yeah, yeah.
So now I'm gonna ask you this, because in your situation, you would be damn near perfect for it to a certain extent. So it's a two-parter. All right. One, are we interested in doing, have done gangbangs?
I
And
will not do that.
okay, would you do a foot bang?
1,000,000%. I want to do one so bad. I tried to
Yeah.
put one together and it didn't work out
Explain to
so
everybody
well.
what a foot bang is. Well, hold
So
on. Unless you saw Family Guy. I digress. Go ahead.
Well, at least from what I understand, a foot bang is me basically giving a bunch of foot jobs at one
That's
time.
it. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
I would.
Why
I
don't girls
want.
do that?
I
Can we
haven't.
have 100 man foot bang?
I don't know how long I can do 100 dicks, but I'll sure as hell try. Jesus, I'm gonna be tired. Can I take a break?
She gonna be every position. By the end of the night, she just on her stomach with her
Uh,
feet up.
y'all gonna have to do the work at some point then, because I ain't gonna be
You,
able to
you
do it.
know they all got them. Just hold your foot. Just hold your foot.
Yeah, there's use my foot for however you want.
Yeah, no, but no, because even to the point that if they really into foot jobs like that, they ain't gonna last long.
They don't. They don't.
They
And I
ain't
have
gonna
an
last long.
obsession with cum,
Mm-hmm.
and a sense of like I don't know, I enjoy cum. I like playing with it. I like the way it it feels on my feet, and I like to put it in between my toes and all of
So how
that.
much you make
So
it a point for the guys to give a pop on your feet?
yeah, I tried to do it this past year at FetCon. It did not
Mm-hmm.
work out the way I wanted. It ended up being a foot bang, but it was 4 girls and 4 guys at one time. It's
Mm-hmm.
what it ended up being. But I wanted as many guys as possible to come on my feet and just get as much cum all on my feet as I could.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was going to walk around in clear shoes.
So she was going to come walk a
But
foot
it
come
didn't
walk,
work.
ladies and
It didn't
gentlemen.
happen.
No, you should have worn sandals.
I wanted it to be like a pool inside the shoe. So you could see it like in between my toes and stuff, and it'd be oozing out of the shoe. It was the whole thing.
No, because see, I'm gonna tell you something too. Another trade that guys need to learn. To be able to come when you jerk off during a scene. Period. It could have been that you playing with the balls with a foot as you jerk. I done that before. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, because like I said, some dudes may not come directly off of the foot job, but
Right, but they
you
could
might
jerk
come with a
onto it.
pop. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like, yeah, that would be kind of hot to do a foot job, a foot bang.
It would be. I sign me up. I would do it. You get enough guys, I would totally do it.
Oh
I would
no.
totally do it. I'm not putting it together. I tried it once, not doing it
Oh
again.
no, that's gonna be extra hard.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
that,
I'm not putting it
that
together. I
that's gonna
tried it.
be
I
extra
failed.
hard. But game bang wise, oh dude, she would have been the ultimate game bang woman because can you imagine? Hold on. She giving a foot job while jerking off, getting head and getting fucked in the pussy.
That's a lot.
That would be hot because even with the shot over top, right? She lay on her back, dick right here, the two there. The dude had to be one dude's got to be sideways, hitting the sideways, and then her foot up like this, and the other dude over top of him, and she jerking it. That
You
would be
guys are
tough.
so many positions.
Ain't none of you girls ever thought about doing that.
That's a lot.
Damn.
I don't
That would
know.
be fire. See how
You know what?
masturbate.
I think I know a producer that could put that together.
because like I said, because to me it's like I said before, because even like with you, I love Shauna. This was laid that interview before
I
that.
love Shauna. Yeah.
Yeah, she was about that. She was like, no, But even when we fucking, my feet is involved.
Yeah. So listen, now that you've mentioned her,
Yeah.
she's the reason why I went into porn.
Ooh.
She's she was who I looked up to because
Mm.
I met her in the beginning of my foot journey when I first in the foot community because
Yeah.
she's a foot model.
Mm-hmm.
And I met her and we hit it off and she was just so amazing and the way she would talk about girl, I can't wait to get this new dick this week for work and the way she would talk about it, it was just like I want that to be me. I want to get excited about new dick, and then I got to worry about like talking to them again. This isn't like
No,
what?
see, that's the thing about what I like the most about it was me and this girl can sit here and we can have some of the nastiest, freakiest, dirtiest, sloppiest, disrespectful sex you can think of.
Disrespect. Respectful.
And I go home, and she go home. We it's work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's like that. What people don't understand about our business when we're filming, it's work.
It is work. It is work.
You know
And
what
I
I'm saying?
didn't I that was just the glamorization I was explaining to you
Yeah.
in the beginning. But watching her work, seeing how she does things, looking at her move, I'm like, wow, like I could do I think I could do it. Like she gave me inspiration. She was my main
She
inspiration.
made this is what girls miss. Anything you do, you have to make it glamorous. I
Mhm.
don't give a fuck if it's you peeing. It has to look glamorous in some way, shape, form, or
We
fashion.
try to make it look glamorous as
You know what I'm saying?
possible.
That's not because like I was talking about always. I use this and if I can't pull it up on here because we're not in the premium smoke room. Perfect example. Tara Nicole had a scene where she's getting dog fucked. Now the way it was shot, what have you, 4K, what have you. Face getting thrown into a doggy bowl. You feel
Okay.
me? Because she does the vomit, blow job to vomit.
Okay.
But it looked sexy and glamorous. Even though it was nasty and freaky, it had a glamorous look to it. So even when I look at your stuff, it has a glamorous look to it. I can't say that for everybody that got a foot video. I can't say that about the foot pictures because even the pictures of you just in I'm talking about she fully clothed, gentlemen, and the shit like look like something you see on a magazine. I'm just saying.
Oh, I don't
So
know which one you're talking about. Okay, thank you.
you know what I'm saying? But no, but to
Ooh,
me it's like
ooh.
this. How much you take into the account of not just being a foot model, but being a foot model and a sex symbol.
Yeah. Well, you know who my muse is?
Hmm?
Marilyn Monroe. That's my muse. She's always been. Her and my grandmother. Both of
Hmm.
them are the two leading ladies in my life that I
Hmm.
try to, in a sense, like
Hmm.
anything I do that has to do with glamour or
Hmm.
any kind of, just being a lady and presenting
Hmm.
yourself in a positive, uplifting, sexy manner,
Hmm.
I get from them.
Hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because to me it's like that what you capture. It's like you just don't. The image is not just highlighting the feet, but it's highlighting sexuality, power, um, glamour, and the whole nine. So for you, how much is it? How much do you want to be a sex symbol just as much as make good money at this? Because it seems like to me, it's like you really give a damn about the image
I
that
do.
you're
It
putting out
ain't,
there.
I don't do, listen, I got bills to pay. So money is always going to be a forefront,
Yeah.
right? But that's not my motivation in doing it. I love the art, I love the craft, I love what I do,
Mm-hmm.
and I take it very seriously. Yes, is it fun? Sure. Have I got lost in the sauce a little bit
Mm-hmm.
sometimes? Yeah, because I love what I do. And it's been a lot of times where I have picked work or doing something that maybe didn't make me any money because
Mm-hmm.
I love doing it versus just because of the money. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so there has been a lot of me giving a lot of myself for free, if you
Mm-hmm.
will, because I enjoyed it or I thought it would work out.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was in this for the money, I probably would have made a whole lot more, but I wouldn't be who I am.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been different content. It would have been, yeah, like I'm not in this for the money necessarily, just the money.
Mm-hmm.
I actually enjoy it. And I honestly want you know, the viewer or the client, whoever is interested, a fan, whatever, I want them to feel valued and special too. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I want to give them a good product, a quality product, so that they'll come back.
Yes.
That's
Because
my
I think
thing.
a lot of girls mail it in because it's so easy to do now. And to me, I keep saying this because it's to the point where because it's foot fetish, they think it's easy to do and it's easy
It's
money.
not. It's not that easy. It really isn't. It's really not that easy. And this life is not for the weak minded either.
Mm.
It's not.
Because even to the point that they don't realize it. This is gonna sound funny. See, for the girls that don't have to show their face, their feet look a certain way to it turns them on. And let me explain. It's veiny. The toe length is important to some of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So don't think
Yeah.
that because someone told you got pretty feet that you gonna make money
And the
with your feet.
arch. Don't forget about the
Yeah, the
arch.
arch,
The
the
arch.
bottom of the foot,
Yeah.
and then
Depends. Yeah.
and then of course some people they want your feet dirty.
Yes, they're dirty, smelly, stinky. They love there's some out there that are like that. Now, unfortunately, mine don't get very smelly. It takes me a long time to get them to smell. But yeah, I'm not a naturally smelly foot
Yeah,
person.
I don't want
That's
to give
not
you away.
my
I don't want to
forte.
give away secrets. You just for lazy have kids. That's all I'm gonna say.
You-
They ain't gonna know the difference.
I mean,
Especially when your kid wear the same shoe
I
size.
have sold some, stinky socks before and stuff like that, but it's just not part of my niche. That's all. I don't really consider it part of my niche.
See,
I used to, but not anymore.
so now I'm actually which is funny because um when did you start your journey? What year did you start your journey?
2020, COVID,
2020. Okay.
August of
So
2020.
now when you was watching the girls do their poses, their foot poses, pussy and foot pose and dildo and foot pose, for you, it seemed like it seemed like you didn't try to copy and paste. So for you, how do you
Uh,
pick your poses, especially for your feet?
I mean, I feel like there's only but so many poses I could even do, really. I don't know. I mean, I feel like um, we all copy and paste each other. We all
Mhm.
do the same type of poses. Your feet can only move in certain, ways. So, um, you know, it depends on how flexible you are
Mhm.
too. I don't know. I just try to make sure it looks
Mhm.
pretty and all the curves are in the right place. I don't know.
No, but also when it comes to we play in the fetish world, the big money is okay, customs, privates, and in many cases, meet and greets. Period. Especially for dominatrix. Let's keep it 100
Yeah,
because not every meet and greet involves fucking. Let's keep it
this
100.
is very true. Yeah, because the mine don't.
Yeah, because I
Um,
didn't see.
yeah,
I
I
just
don't.
stayed near a dom that had dudes walking out limping, and I'm sitting here in the window with goddamn fanning. Woo, it's hot.
Ooh,
It's hot.
hot in here.
700 hot. It's 700 degrees in here today. But but with you, how much customs do you do?
I don't actually do that many. Actually, thanks for reminding me. I have to do one
Ain't
before
I
I
know.
leave. Um, I don't do them as much as I used to. I
Hmm.
upped my price for one.
Okay.
Again, I wasn't really in it for the money, but then like it comes to a point in time where like I have to raise my prices because then they're asking too much for me, asking me to do too much for too little. So
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of customs. It's more privates and meet and
But
greets.
see, if you want to be honest, back to when we had the conversation earlier when I said why the girls did porn in the first place. Part of that was to up their price. Today's price is not yesterday's price.
Nope. And because I'm doing porn now, I did up my prices
Yeah.
because now I'm going to be more of a public figure, and I have to raise my price
And you're
because
more of a celebrity now. Because
yes,
if you
if
become a
you
porn
want to
star,
say
you're
that,
still a celebrity.
I don't consider myself a celebrity yet, but Yes, I'm getting to myself that status up there. So of course I feel, and even with me raising my prices, I still don't feel that I'm there that
Mm-hmm.
expensive. I feel that I am attainable.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have whatever your budget is, I can fit you in there somewhere.
But I'm gonna tell you what's funny. I'm about to keep it 100. Y'all do realize getting jerked off by feet costs more than getting head or pussy.
Not for me, but that's okay. Fuck me, still gonna be a lot more. My face sitting prices are higher than my foot job price.
Yeah, because okay.
To be honest, you know what? As
Hold
a
on.
matter of fact,
Do you do the
foot
sensual face sitting, or are we talking face sitting?
both, both, both.
Eh,
As a matter of fact, my lowest price on my menu, it's foot worship, but besides that, but it's a foot job.
yeah,
That's my lowest price. Everything else is higher than a foot job.
but I guarantee you. Look, I'm not asking her a price because we
Tickling,
about to go there.
trampling.
But trust me, that foot job price is higher than some of y'all motherfuckers. 30 minutes.
I
Stop playing.
listen. I'm not going to advertise my price, but it is attainable.
Oh, I mean, no. But see, this the point though, because I I was around that world. You feel me? Even down to
Shoot,
the
I just
scat.
did a
Even
session
down to
for
scat.
15 minutes the other day
Mhm.
just to help somebody out. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, I can be understanding.
Yeah. You
Okay,
know what I'm
well,
saying?
that's
I mean,
all the
don't get it
money you
twisted
have.
because the guys that play in that
15
world, they
minutes.
understand what it is because it's a different niche. It's a different level. You feel what I'm saying? It's okay. He will tell his wife that he fucked and sucked her before he told her that she gave him a foot job.
That's crazy.
And that's the truth.
That's crazy.
It's the same thing with pegging. I can go down the list.
Oh, yeah, and that's a
Wanting to
lot
be
more
put in a
expensive too.
cage, all that shit. You feel me? Because we can't, dudes can't be 100% honest about their sexuality so much and what they into. You know.
Yeah, because my I also do wrestling. So my wrestling clients, my trampoline clients, my ball busting, like anybody that's doing any type of fetishes pays more than a foot job.
You ball dudes up. God, that is so sexy.
Yeah, so cold.
Now she's one of that. Now she's definitely a woman's crush. I like
Get these thighs.
her. I
Yeah.
know that leg lock is beautiful. So, but that's what I mean because I tell females if that's the point of having an expanded palette
Yeah.
because content wise, it makes your website more accessible. It makes it where they can't say no. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it goes back to girls who do it all.
Mm-hmm.
Make the most money. If it's something you take off the table, you better be damn good with the other shit you do that we forgot you took it off the table. Period.
Yeah.
So and two, it also builds to you becoming a sex symbol because now they're seeing you in different ways, capacities. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they're seeing consistent is her pretty face and them pretty feet.
Right. I definitely, consider myself a sex symbol, even though
Mhm,
it's weird for me to say that out loud. It is what I am.
mhm,
I am. I am a symbol of sex. And that's what because that's what I offer. I offer
mhm,
sex, and it just depends on what type of sex you want.
mhm.
What are you into? What makes you tick, and what makes what tickles your little pickle? I want to know.
Mm. Well,
So it could be my feet, it could be my ass, you know, it could be. There's so many different things that turn people on. It could be
mm.
me pissing on somebody. I don't know. Everybody's into different things.
Well, I got stinging suspicion, people. You're gonna see a lot of Miss Heavenly in
I hope so.
2025
Well, I hope so.
and so forth. It wouldn't surprise me. I see her with some of the big companies. Um, Blush,
I am
hello.
actually working with Blush.
She's there. See,
I'm working
see,
with Blush and
see,
AN. We're doing some virtual reality foot job stuff. I'm super
see.
excited.
I I know this goddamn business, don't I? I know.
I've been
Let
wanting
me
to
tell
porn
you,
for
let me say
blush
this
for
to
a
you.
while,
My
and
job was
I finally have them on the schedule.
this is all I'm gonna say. I was tasked with, paid for to find bankable stars. You know what bankable stars is, people? It's like I hate using anything he says. Vince McMahon said a calculated risk.
Yeah,
That means that if I shoot with her, the chances of me getting sales is pretty damn good. And well, it's pretty damn good, don't you think?
I would like to think so. If you pick me,
No, I'm not. See, I do blush was coming. And just you said
I
footage
love
called
blush.
virtual
I
reality.
love
I
them.
said,
Yeah.
see,
See, and Alfonso introduced me to them a year ago at last year's AVN. So ever since
okay. And here's
then,
the other part. How much did you know how big of a name Alfonso was when you shot with him?
I had actually seen him in porn because I had jerked off to him, so I already knew he was a porn star. So but hold on, I'm gonna tell you a little story. He originally hit me up, like I want to say it was like I don't know, it was like April of like the year before or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him I don't do boy girl, I just do fetish. But he
Mm-hmm.
never responded. So
Mm-hmm.
then fast forward, I decided to do boy girl, and it was at this time last year basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I was like I hit everybody up who I was that had was ever interested in. I picked who I wanted to be my first um my first few scenes at AVN because I was planning on
Mm-hmm.
going to AVN. That was going to be where I do my first boy girl scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So I let him know I was going to be at AVN. If you're available, let me know if you're still interested. He hit me back with, I'm in Norfolk. Here's my number. Call me. And we met each other on January 1st last year. And we've been like this ever since. He's been such a great friend. He's shown me so many things. He's taught me so many things. And him, like, of course, 10 years in the porn. Like there's a lot of knowledge, like to just be thrown at
That
you.
that that,
Like you're
that
trying
should
to
have
take it
told
all
you
in.
how much of a calculated risk it is to shoot with her. He didn't wait to AVN. He said, no, 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 no. We're
Well,
meeting
he was
face
my
to
first
face
scene.
ASAP.
He was my very first scene.
And she shot with him.
Yeah.
So so her very first scene, she shot with a big dog.
Yeah. Award-winning porn star was my first one.
She took his cocker spaniel. I'm
And
just saying.
then I had my second one was with Puerto Rock.
Goddamn, another legend.
And I haven't released that scene yet, but he just released it and it's
Mhm.
pretty hot.
See,
I have to release it
you
still.
you in my opinion, you officially a porn star. I don't want to hear content curator.
And then
None of that.
my third scene was with G.I. Joey. That's my number one selling boy girl clip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I smell her being nominated next year for AVN. I'm just
And then
yeah.
I did a few throughout the year or whatever, but like those are the big names that I've worked with that,
Hmm.
especially in the beginning.
It's
So
I mean I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You know, you're gonna be known for more than the foot fetish. I'm just gonna let you know that. Just
I believe that.
uh, yeah, she's gonna be one to watch, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just letting you know. I just
I've got some really good things lined up for AVN. I'm going to be working with Go Fuck Me.
wow.
So
See.
that's my girl. That's my girl.
It,
Yeah.
it, okay. Did you actually think that right now? Because right now the way things is looking, because did you think that you be fucking big names? You want
No,
to do this?
not at all. Not at all. The GI Joey clip was not planned. It was in the moment. We were friends hanging out, getting
Mm-hmm.
high, smoking.
He
I
just said,
think
maybe we
like
should fuck each other on camera. What you
I
think?
think the fifth blunt later, like he looked at me and I looked at him and he was like, "You're tested, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." Now, mind you, it's the very last day of AVN
Mm-hmm.
last year, and he was like, "You're tested, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, why haven't we filmed?" I don't know. I'm just like this, like what? I don't know. GI Joey's asking to want to what you want to work with me? What you want to film with me? Okay, because I don't see him fuck with any BBWs. He's a mainstream porn
Mm-hmm.
star, like
Well,
you
see, well,
know.
see, the thing about it is to be 100% honest. Okay, you have a look. I'm not gonna go there with the light skin, dark skin shit. No, no, no. It's you have a look that is exotic, that stands out. Period. Um, because even to the point where when you look at men at the top, one you you curvaceous as fuck.
I am very
Uh, like I said, I'm just saying, just look at her, people. I'm not no bullshit. She don't have much tattoos.
I don't have any tattoos.
See, boom. So right there, a lot of the studios like. Plus the MILF is we know MILF is hot.
I'm
They make
definitely no.
20-year-olds MILFs now, so there you go. No, you just have a look that goes over. So it's like I gotta put this. And when I mean by a look that goes over, a look that fits anything. So it's a lot of roles that she can play, different types of women and so forth.
It's very true.
Yeah, be honest with you, shoot.
And I used to dye my hair. I used to have different colors
Mhm.
hair to get attention. I thought it'd be cool, be glamorous, and like different colors. But then it ruined my hair,
Mhm.
my natural hair, and it took me over a year to grow my natural curls out. I miss
I
them.
love the curls.
So now I've got my curls back. I got my natural hair color back. I don't think I'm gonna do. If I do colors, it's gonna be a wig.
No, because like I said before, it's like you got booty and boobies. And really, want to
Boobies,
be honest, you
booties,
think
and
you
feet.
think and feet, yes. So,
Yeah.
and I think also you doing it like I tell anybody, it's called reinventing yourself. You did
Yeah, this is
it.
more me. This is me. I'm all natural everywhere.
Mm.
This is not a built body. You know what? I did build this by putting food in my mouth constantly. Probably all the wrong foods. But yeah, so I'm definitely, all natural
Mhm.
everywhere.
Oh my goodness, I
Um,
love it.
and it's very soft. I keep
Mm.
getting that. I keep thinking that everybody's soft, but for some reason, I guess not everybody's
Oh no.
soft. And that's one thing I have to say. Everybody says about my
And
body
see,
in
and see, and see,
general.
that's the other thing
My
too is that because sensual sex is coming back, they're gonna be looking for ladies that fit that sensual sex, that type shit. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Period.
smooth,
Yeah.
sensual,
So just look at
sexy,
her, goddamn.
slow.
I just wanna do some naughty, slow fucking with her. I'm
Mhm.
just saying. Want to enjoy it like you would a steak. You know what I'm saying? You don't eat so fast. You savor it.
Like a steak. I love me some steak.
Mm.
Oh, I love a
Oh,
good steak. So I can understand.
yes. So people, I've been here this lady up here for over an hour, and we ain't even touched the surface, man. And I'm really enjoying talking to her and looking at her.
Oh,
So
thank you.
I have to ask her the $1,000,000 question.
Oh,
Miss Heavenly Experience, can I call you a smoke buddy?
yes.
See, there you go, people. She'll be back here on the Smokers Lounge, and maybe, just maybe, we can get her on the Premium Smoke Room on Loyal Fans. That's right, people. 5
Oh,
premium podcasts, more risque than the Smokers Lounge. and it gets more candid, it gets more provocative, it gets more
Oh,
wild, it gets
then
more
my shirt comes
unpredictable.
off, the pants come
Yes, the
off.
conversation gets more saucier. Tits come out, dildos might pop out. You don't know what will
Well, at
pop
least she
off.
got the feet right
Oh, I'm gonna
now.
get her to do some foot tricks too if she's willing. You don't know what might pop off unless you subscribe. And if you're looking for Triple X content, go check out the BCM Triple X Vault, the video store on Loyal Fans in the Premium Smoke Room, where you can see my work as I give ladies the work, because big dicks grow in the sticks. That's what they call me, big country. And
I
from
love big
Spotify,
dicks.
oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? They love my and his curves, baby. It's curves. You know what I'm saying? Man, the
We
girls
like
still told me it's pretty.
curves.
But
We like
I'm just
curves.
saying what girls told me. I don't know.
I like the curves.
See what she doing. See what she doing.
I like those
Just making
curves.
me smile. Throwing me off my game now. Back on it. Spotify, I got you covered over there too. I got a subscription base over there that you can pay for. And what I have over there is had the smoke on it, where I give commentary about certain hot topics,
Hmm.
from porn to the world or what have you. Savage Smoke, where I sessions where I talk to the industry top male talents and producers such as Alphonso Layz. What's up, brother?
My
As we give
guy.
that real smoke about the industry from a male perspective, as well as an array of different episodes from limited podcast series that I did to the Chronicles, to Dirty Talk with Big Jordan, to the Premium Smoke podcast that is not on Loyal Fans. So there you go, people. So with that being said, Miss Heavily Experienced, can you tell everybody where they can spend money on you and find you?
Well, I do have my OnlyFans. It is Heavenly Experience with an X. And you can find me on Loyal Fans is probably the best. Loyal Fans, which is Heavenly XP8,
Mm.
because I'm going to post all my content goes on Loyal Fans, everything, because OnlyFans restricts me. So everything goes to Loyal Fans. I do have a website, but it's under construction. So we'll go with Loyal Fans for now, or Twitter, or X, whatever you call it these days. X, Twitter. It's Heavenly XP8. It's the same name on Instagram, same name on. No, it's not on TikTok anymore. But Instagram, Twitter, it's Heavenly XP8. It's easily find me. That's
No
where you can
doubt.
find me.
So people. What did you smoke over today? What did you learn? Because we always leave you with something for you to learn from. Well, the foot fetish, even though every girl and their mama want to be a foot model, do not understand that the marketing of being a foot model is not as
Yeah,
easy
takes
as
a
it
lot.
seems. It's not as lucrative as it seems. That you got to know what
You
you're
got to put
doing.
into work. You definitely got to put into work.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you got to deal. You got to deal with people that you may not want to deal with. That's what it boils down to.
yeah. Because see, the thing about it is, you are servicing a kink. It's not the
Mm-hmm.
same as servicing someone when it comes to porn. Porn, they're used to getting the videos. They're used to seeing fucking and sucking, and whether it's good or bad. But when it comes to feet, it's about the ambiance that you create with the pictures, the images, the videos, and the whole nine.
You got to
It
entice.
goes to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it goes to the marketing of it,
Mm-hmm.
period. Just like you said, there are girls that don't show their face for whatever reason it may be. But the question you have to ask yourself is not how they're making the money, is why are they making the money? Why is it
Yeah, they
that
love it.
that they're able to sustain with feet pics and feet videos? And understand that everybody is not able to do that. So sometimes you have to find your own way within a kink, within any genre of porn that works for you. Because
Yeah,
see, the biggest mistake we do about copy and paste is not you're not supposed to copy and paste. What you're supposed to do is take from what you see what they do.
and make it your own.
Bingo. That part.
Yes, yes, yes.
See? So because you can never beat originality.
No, yeah, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
No one's ever going to be me, and I don't want to be anybody else, so
See? So I hope y'all we taught y'all something. And I hope y'all learned something. So with that being said, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything?
Mm-hmm.
Smoke this over. Heavenly, say goodbye to the smokers.
Bye.
Yeah.